Journey into Mystery, featuring the mighty Thor, captured by the Executioner. How can I do what I must without revealing my most precious secret? Ready! Aim! Fire! No! No! It's hopeless. Even Thor can't save me now. The mighty Thor versus the Executioner. Only I and my hammer stand between the Executioner's legions and disaster. Introduction. In the last issue of Journey into Mystery, we brought you the fantastic tale of Dr. Don Blake, a lame American vacationing in Norway, who discovered an ancient cane in a remote cave. It must have been hidden here for centuries. Upon accidentally striking the cane, the lame physician found himself changing into, I'm becoming Thor, the legendary thunder god, and the cane is turning into a giant hammer. It was an incredible myth come to life, and like in the myth, the mighty hammer could only be lifted by Thor, and when it was hurled, it always returned to its master. Nothing can harm the hammer. Nothing. But scarcely had Thor been born, when he found himself pitted against an invasion force of menacing stone men from Saturn. Mighty as they were, the stone men could not match the power of the thunder god. And finally, in utter defeat, they fled from Earth. Now I merely stamp the magic hammer once, and instantly I revert back to my original form. I carry within this cane the greatest power ever known to mortal man, a power I shall never use, except in the cause of justice against the forces of evil. And now, back to the present. Dr. Don Blake has returned to the States to resume his medical practice. His heartbeat is stronger, Mrs. Jones. He's recovering. Thanks to you, Doctor. Without your treatment, who knows what might have happened. Yes, Don Blake is a successful physician, but in another area, he's somewhat less successful. Jane is so beautiful. If only I could tell her how much she means to me. But I daren't. For a girl so lovely would never marry a lame man. And if she knew I loved her, she'd probably quit her job. Then I would never see her at all. But unknown to the doctor, not only does his nurse not mind his lameness, but I could care for him deeply, if only he would show some affection toward me. If even once he would take me in his arms and tell me he cares. But no, not him. He's too darn stuffy to ever be romantic. An ironic situation, and one that will soon be complicated by an international event. Extra! Fighting continues in San Diablo. What's that all about? While you were in Europe, a revolution broke out in San Diablo. Two factions are battling for power. One faction is democratic. The other is pro-communist. Its leader is a ruthless warlord known as the Executioner, because of the many victims he sent to the firing squad. And as fate would have it, the following week at a medical meeting, because of the fighting, there's a great shortage of medical help in San Diablo. Disease is rampant, and they've asked for volunteer doctors. I'll go there. So will I. Me too. And so, an American ship of mercy soon set sail for the war-torn South American country. I shouldn't have let you come, Jane. If we run into trouble, I'll never forgive myself. But surely there'll be no trouble for us. We're just going to help those who are sick. Yet even as Jane Nelson speaks, our target is below us. Why does the Executioner order us to sink it? There are only doctors aboard. The Executioner does not want the peasants to be cured. He wants them to remain ill. so they will be unable to oppose us. Look! Jets! They're attacking us! The ship is unarmed. We haven't a chance. No one is around. Now I can unleash the power of the magic cane. A single blow of the enchanted cane produces a flash of lightning, and in that awesome instant, the incredible transformation takes place. I'm changing into the mightiest of all warriors. Into Thor. Now shall the attackers feel the wrath of the Thunder God. Great Caesar's ghost! Who's that? That hammer! He whirled it around and held on to the end. He's actually flying. Ha! I have reached my objective. One swing of the invincible hammer, and this jet will never more attack a harmless victim. Now to whirl my hammer before the other two planes can reach me. With my enchanted hammer, I can control the elements and make them do my bidding. He's whirling the hammer so fast, it's creating an air pocket. We're being sucked into it. My plane's out of control. I'm going to crash. Bail out, quickly. Never more will these planes menace innocent men. It is done. Now I shall change back to my rightful self underwater, where none can see me. I have but to stamp the hammer once, and a moment later... Help! Help! It's Dr. Blake! Throw him a line! Hurry! He's lame. I don't know how long he can stay afloat. In all the excitement, I accidentally fell overboard. Thank heavens you're safe. What happened to the jets? It was incredible. Out of nowhere there appeared a figure like a legendary flying god. He wielded a mighty hammer, just like Thor, the mythical god of thunder. He downed all 4 planes. And he was so handsome. Meanwhile, at San Diablo. What? 4 jet fighters failed to sink 1 unarmed ship? Those imbecile pilots were in your command. You will pay for their bungling. Guards, take this fool to the wall. No, Comrade Executioner, spare my life. Ready? Aim. Fire! Listen well. I want the Yankee doctors prevented from treating the sick peasants. If you fail, you also shall face the firing squad. Yes, Comrade Executioner. Comrade, word has just arrived. The Yankees have landed. Fear not. We will drive them back before they can cure anyone. Do not dare fail. Later. Look, the Yankees are coming through the pass. Hold your fire. Wait. Now! Open fire! It's an ambush! Take cover! Snipers hidden all over the mountain. Even Thor couldn't find them all in time. There's only one thing to do. Create a thunderstorm. Note, when the ancient cane is stamped twice, it creates wind, rain, lightning, and thunder, the symbols of mighty Thor. It's starting. It's building up. Come, you furies! Come! The wind howls. The thunder roars. The lightning flashes. The mounting storm rages on and on. It's raining so hard. I cannot see the Yankees. I can't see anything. All the rain is making the ground soft. The mud is too slippery. I'm sliding down the mountain. Help! Finally, when the Americans are safely through the mountain pass, Don Blake strikes the magic cane 3 times, bringing the violent storm to a sudden end. I don't know what could have caused the sudden storm, but whatever it was, it saved our lives. Yes, but we're not out of danger yet. Look. Commie tanks! They must belong to the executioner. He's out to get us, and this time he may. Once again, I must take the aspect of the mightiest of all warriors. Hey! It's him again! Quickly, flee! I'll hold the tanks back. All I need is a lever, about as large as this tree. Racing silently behind the first tank, the Thunder God strikes swiftly. Just in time. Jump for your lives! Out of the tank! Quick! Now to put the last of the tanks out of action. An instant later, Thor smashes his invincible hammer into the tank with such force that the vibration causes the very molecules of the steel itself to disassemble and fall apart. But then the Thunder God turns and sees that all the Americans have escaped, except one. They've captured Jane. You fight with the strength of a dozen demons, but even you cannot keep us from holding this girl. Unless you leave, she will die. Don't listen to them. Defeat them all! I can't risk Jane's life. I'll find a place to hide and change back to Don Blake. Ha! Even so mighty a warrior as he cannot ignore the plight of a helpless woman. He is a fool. Come, let us take her to the executioner. Later, the other Yankees escaped, but we will capture them before nightfall. This American girl, she's quite a prize. Such lovely eyes, such soft hair. She is beautiful, just as you are ugly. Comrade Executioner, we caught this Yankee prowling outside. So, a spy. Dr. Blake! I'm Dr. Don Blake. She's my nurse. You've no right to hold her. Release her at once. So, you dare command the executioner. Give me your cane. You will have no further need for it. We will test your courage as you face my firing squad. No, don't shoot him. You mustn't. You like him, eh? Tell me, what would you do to save his life? Would you marry me? Yes, I'll marry you. Only spare him. Please. No, I cannot allow Jane to sacrifice herself for me. But I'm helpless without Thor's hammer. Executioner! You're a lily-livered coward. If you weren't, you'd fight me man to man. Why, you puny Yankee! You dare insult the mighty executioner! Mighty? Do you need that cudgel to attack one lame man? Disdainfully, the executioner starts to toss the rough-hewn walking stick aside, but a slender arm reaches out, and... What? Got it! Once again in possession of the amazing cane, Don Blake strikes it against the wall, producing a blinding lightning bolt. The flash! My eyes! I cannot see! And in that blazing instant, an incredible transformation again takes place. The Yankee is gone! He escaped! But Thor is here. Here to mete out vengeance. Bah! He is but one man. He cannot oppose an entire army. Destroy him! But before the troops can act, the mighty Thor hurls his hammer at a nearby supply tent. And the invincible object returns to its master, pulling the great tent back with it, dropping it on the troops who have been ordered to attack Thor. But then, another army appears in view, the army of the Democratic faction of San Diablo. It is the enemy! They are on the march! We are not prepared to engage them in combat. We must retreat to the mountain. As the executioner's troops flee, the god of thunder stamps his hammer 4 times before pointing it at the volcanic mountain. A few lightning bolts are all it will take to make the volcano erupt. Lava! Hurry! Back down the mountain! Better to be captured by the enemy than to be trapped by the lava. His army confused and defeated, the executioner now tries to escape. Look! Our leader flees with our gold! He is the cause of our downfall. And now he tries to desert us? He must pay for his failure. He betrayed us. He betrayed our nation. It is the Americans who are truly our friends, not those who would plunge us into war. And so, ironically, the man who caused so many others to perish in front of the execution wall is himself its final victim. The Revolutionary Army is crushed. It's the end of communist infiltration in our land. We owe our victory to that fantastic fighter with the hammer. Say, where did he disappear to? He seems to have vanished. He was so strong, so masculine, so wonderful. Some time later, well, we finally got to treat the ill people of San Diablo. Now we can return home to the States. By the way, Doctor, where were you while all the fighting was going on? I was, hiding behind the execution wall. I figured it was the safest place to be. Oh, I see. Hiding. Golly. Why couldn't you be brave and adventurous like Thor? But no. That would just be too much to hope for. The end.